Good evening, Dandadan fans. Chapter 2012. Today, I am Mr. Twitchy94, the night portion of Mugen Eclipse. That is...
Vontae, the first. I'm not a clone.
It's an imposter!
We're here
Have
for
you become
Dandadan,
a clone species like the Serpoians?
Yes. Yes.
I wish I could add
Absolutely.
like an echo on our voices. That'd be pretty cool. No.
I always gotta get Sherm to be the third man in the background and yeah. Wait a minute, that's a different person. No, it's not. Talk about.
But guys, this is a new saga. Fresh,
Yep.
unexplored waters, lands, whatever, adventure analogy you want to use. This is fun. We got some Dandadan tonight, and I have no idea what that means.
Yo, what's good, Sherm?
Charm.
Argo. So Dandadan anime is back. We here. So far the direction has been amazing for that. Can't wait for next week's episode or this week's episode. Time to go by quick. But evil eye things, we are here for that. The reception, it's a lot of discourse online for the right and wrong reasons, both. But
Yeah.
There's been a lot of Dandadan talks. But with this series in the manga right now, like Twitchy said, new saga alert, ? We're here. Assassins, secret societies, Illuminati, something. Mafioso. Kenta being the voice of knowledge here, giving us the knowledge of things happening.
Sure.
And and we've been needing this for a long time. Like we need to question things first, and we need answers. But with our cast, it's time for them to ask some questions.
All right, well, let me ask you a question to get the conversation going. Do you think Sanjome, as the antagonist to this group, is going to start to be narrowed in? Do you think, how it stands right now, he is completely not even on their radar? Do you think it's kind of getting closer, or maybe the outskirts of them suspecting someone close to them?
I'm just going to throw out like a little prediction. I think at the end of this quote unquote saga, or at least a big arc within the saga, I think his identity, kind of quote unquote identity, will be revealed to them. They will start to understand. They will start to, because we haven't even sussed them really, but I think it's going to just kind of something that he's going to say or do is going to get them like, okay, whoever he is. And it might be from Turbo Granny, because I have a feeling she will come back relatively soon. I don't know how soon, but soon enough, because things are changing a lot. So
Zachary, welcome. Yes, Count Saint Germain, a problem, inbound, on the horizon, ever getting closer. Is that getting closer? yeah, he's getting closer. Yeah, I agree with the Turbo Granny point. I feel like maybe Okarun might ask some questions like, hey, that was a weird conversation I had with that teacher that one time. And then Turbo Granny be like, smack him on the head like, no duh, you turd nugget. He's the villain. But then again, I don't know. Turbo Granny's such a unique character in that she's morally gray in an aspect to where I could see her aligning with us, but only for the taking down of Count Sanjome. I don't think she would join us if there were any other option. I think she even might try to solo it. I don't know what she's been doing in the background.
I think only for Seiko, and I guess maybe Momo in proximity, because she has been trying to protect Momo because of Seiko, whatever the reason is. We still don't really have a real reason. But yeah, that's probably the only connection. Maybe, I don't want to say Okarun, maybe not. I don't know. I think what would be pretty cool if he ends up assisting her without asking for help, without her asking him for help, and then that's what will make her be like, you know what, all right, I got you, because technically she has helped him by him having the power and also training him, that she has saved his life. So I think he'll return the favor. And it's just very MC like for someone like him to do that, because that's the kind of character he is. But nonetheless, man, I really feel like we're just in a whole different gear now in this manga. That last chapter really felt different to me. Like, obviously from just the new factions and stuff that we might have to confront, or that we will confront. But like, even just like Kenta, like him giving us all this information is like, that's different. We haven't really seen stuff like that before. Usually we always see, it could be Okarun mostly. Oh, I say Okarun. Oh, yeah, Okarun and Momo sometimes, like, they will tell you like, oh, this is a cryptid, or this is something that I read here, and then they, find out a way to defeat whatever they're facing. But we never get like a real rundown of like things that's just happening in the world, even politically or just in any kind of society. We haven't really got into that ever.
What's funny about the exposition given by Seiko is I feel like she always gives information with horse blinders on. Like, you get a very narrow explanation of whatever it is that happens. So say, for example, with the spirals, she told Ken just enough that he needed to know to get back to where he came from. But she didn't elaborate. She didn't go the extra mile. And with her now coming back, so just to kind of look forward a little bit, we're in Shimane. Do the curses get removed? Is there some sort of lasting effect of how long the curse has been afflicted on these three people? Who is that with Okarun? Is that Manjiro? Is that someone else? Donda Don't Care, shout out to you in our comment section last time. They shared that there was a theory that wasn't Manjiro, because of the fact that he called Okarun. So is that a trap? Or if it is, maybe just, as I think you stated, he's just calling Okarun because that's what Seiko calls Okarun. That'd be pretty cool. I mean, he hasn't really had a lot of interactions with
I hope for their safety.
I don't know.
Just in case. But yeah, I think this is you this week going first. So you want to take it away? Go ahead.
All right, guys, so obviously you see two of us on the screen. Vontae's going to dip out for just a second. I'm going to blind react to the chapter. We'll have a quick little conversation in the chat if you would like to chime in, and then I will bring him back in for his reaction. Just to let you guys know, we will be doing the second half of Volume 5 of Chainsaw Man tomorrow. That is finally coming to the channel in terms of manga reactions. So if you're watching this series, you like us here, hopefully you will like us in Chainsaw Man. Got a little ahead of myself. But with that being said, let's get into chapter 201 today. Chapter 201, here we are in Shimane. Are we sure this is the way? UAP ramen. Won't Queen Sensei get angry? So what if she does? You're scared because you think she'll get mad? But if you don't care if she does, then you won't be scared? He's kind of spitting. What are you talking about? The duality of man. It'll be all right. We have permission from Queen Sensei. Here, have some tea. So what do we do with this? Wait 3 minutes and then dump out the hot water. Oh, she's never had tea before? Or instant noodles? Interesting. I mean, I could see Koki's backstory going either way. Manjiro, do you know Queen Sensei? Huh? Did I not tell you? Queen Sensei brought me a student. Yep, we did see that. For an exorcism. She did? Incidentally, I'm younger. You are? Fun fact, one of us is a total masochist. Who? By the way, I'm 36. 36? You're getting too personal. The cup noodles are tasty, huh? Yep. Never mind that. Right now, you're in dire straits. Okarun, as I'm sure you're aware, you and your friends are already under attack. I love the aura on this panel, can I just say? Someone out there is forcing a sort of competition to happen that involves using Kozuka knives to collect yokai abilities. Right now, the Guild of Exorcists that we belong to is investigating the matter. Please exercise the utmost caution until we're able to catch the culprits. But Miss Seiko was targeted as well, which must mean it's not just yokai powers. They tell the agents to collect yokai abilities, but also allow the agents to use them. They may have some other objective, but we don't know for certain. Got it. I'm on the case. Manjiro, what's this? Oh yeah, this is something Master wanted you to have. She said it's a weapon for self-defense. I wonder if it's going to be, not serious, or if this is going to be a legitimate weapon that he can use. What is it? Only for the private? No fair. Okarun, it's because you need a power now, right? Why does it look like a Pocky stick? Well, a rusty stick. Yeah. It's just a piece of charcoal. Hang on, Manjiro. This isn't another of Miss Seiko's practical jokes, is it? No, that is a proper weapon. It's an ogre club. An ogre club? Huh? So then, is it really powerful? Dunno. Well, how do I use it? Couldn't say. So it really is a prank. Damn it. My master told me to train you, Okarun. Huh? She did? Like this. You peel off the plastic. Oh, wow. Please hold on to that as a talisman. Paisen, may I ask a question? You did it. Whoa, that's cool. Yes, what is it? What's Queen Sensei's type? I am. Usotsuki. I mean, she's super nice to me. She's nice to all of us. Oh my god, Momo. She is so small. She's like that little, the locking mechanism that comes up when you unlock your car. Alright, thinking back to Okarun, I think that's when they left or separated from the trip to Shimane and then also to the high school. When I'm back to normal, he'll say it, won't he? I'm feeling kinda nervous. Hey, Momo! Let me have some more of those Doju Suki Manju. There aren't any more. You ate them all. You're a cheapskate. A stingy cheapskate. Shut it. Hurry up and change back to Gigi. Stingy. Stingy. Hey, why is he like that? Stingy. Stingy. Before we got on the plane, he wasn't like this at all, was he? It's because there's an evil eye inside of Gigi. I love the way she framed that statement, implying the possibility of multiple evil eyes. I want to talk to Vante about that line specifically once he reads this page. Evil eye, so it's like a split personality thing? We're here. Yatta! I get to turn back to normal. Looks like we somehow made it in time. Miss Ayase, is it? I am Ayase. It's an honor to meet you. Thank you for accommodating our urgent appeal at this time. Well, I'm sorry about this, but we're currently in a state of emergency. Our precious magic hammer, the Uchide no Kuzuchi, has been stolen. Fly, you bastards! And your foot better not be anywhere near that brake pedal. Was it a good idea to leave Zuma and the others behind? We'll be back soon. Besides, there was only one taxi. There's a phantom ninja thief who's been popping up around here, stealing national treasures from temples and shrines. People who steal are as rotten as they come. Granny, will we make it in time? It's the hour of the ox, so there's still time. Hang on a sec, do you know where this phantom ninja thief is? Because of the rise in thefts, we put a tracker in the hammer. Seriously, nice one. Well, where's it at? Da-dum! Infinity Castle. No, but actually, oh my god, this is going to be not the Cursed House arc. This is going to be the Cursed Mansion arc, maybe? All right, let's take a look at the chat. Queen Sensei is indeed goated. I agree. Yes, I did not recognize him. I think they concealed him in his exorcist attire. Okay, I'm not familiar with Witchwatch Sherm, so I do not know of the ogre mythos, let's just call it. I have no idea. I think this pretty much seals the possibility that Manjiro is not who he claims to be. Now, that does not mean he could not have an ulterior motive for what is happening. And I guess you do see the unibrow on page 4. So, yeah, that was pretty good foreshadowing by Tatsu. I'll give him that. I like this chapter a lot. It was a setup chapter. It has some nice emotional moments in there. The focus on Manjiro playing a bigger role in the story than I thought was great. And then whatever an ogre club is or does, it's got me excited. I can do my homework again after this, which I say that in kind of a joking manner because I love researching the behind the scenes of this show. And last thing I do want to talk about is Evil Eye kind of being stuck out, as in like maybe something is forcing him to be out, or maybe Gigi's just exhausted from that Kamehameha Bro-nado attack. Either or. Well, I know he did physically train under Seiko Zachary, so there is a strong possibility that, yes, he at least knows his martial arts. When they were fighting against the Subterraneans, I know he entered the battlefield, and that was how they got... I forget the mannequin's name, but that's how they got him onto the battlefield and kind of, you know, used that to seal Gigi. But yeah, great chapter. Let me go ahead and get Vante back in here. If there's anything else you guys want to talk about really quickly, just let me know. Guys, we will be debuting a new song tomorrow for each chapter that we read. So anything outside of the intro and the outro songs will be a new song. I hope you like it. I found it on the YouTube studio. I think it fits the mood of Chainsaw Man. We will see if it gets old as we're reading a lot of chapters back to back to back to back. Not quite sure how it's going to sound in the stream, and we'll change it up if you guys don't like it. Assuming that you're watching this and you come back tomorrow, of course.
Okay. Yo.
Good.
All right. My turn. Like the stream, guys. I'm sure Twitchy said it, but like the stream, subscribe to your boys. Road to 2K. We're right around the corner. Literally within the next few days, we will be at 1,000. Then on to 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. Okay. All right. Chapter 201. Title is Here We Are in Shimane. All right. So we're over here eating. UAP. Really? Is that what we doing? Don't tell me they just like run society when it comes to marketing and branding and everywhere. Hey, I mean, yeah. Are we sure this is okay? Were they stealing? Or did they steal from? They probably still hold on. Won't Queen Sensei get angry? Oh yeah. So what if she does? You're scared because you think she'll get mad, but if you don't care if she does, then you won't be scared. But if you don't care if she does, then you won't be scared. What are you talking about? It'll be all right. We have permission from Queen Sensei. Here, we have some tea. So what? So what do we do with this? Wait 3 minutes and then dump out the hot water. Manjiro, do you know Queen Sensei? Huh? Did I not tell you? Queen Sensei brought me a student for an exorcism. She did? Incidentally, I'm younger. You are. Fun fact, one of us is a total masochist. Huh? Okay. Who? By the way, I'm 30. 36. So he's actually the character. I mean, he don't look 36, but we always joke. I know a lot of people joke about like kids and shonen anime and manga. We're like, man, they look about 30 years old. Like Ushiwaka from Haikyuu. Manjiro's like, yeah, I'm 36. You're getting too personal. Cup noodles are tasty, huh? Yep. Look at that, Koki and Ren. Look at that. Koki got some friends, man. Never mind that. Right now, you're in dire straits. Okudon, as I'm sure you're aware, you and your friends are already under attack. Someone out there is forcing a sort of competition to happen. That involves using Kazuka knives to collect yokai abilities. Okay. Right now, the Guild of Exorcists that we belong to is investigating the matter. Please exercise the utmost caution until we're able to catch the culprits. But Miss Seiko was targeted as well, which must mean it's not just yokai powers. They tell the agents to collect yokai abilities, but also allow the agents to use them. Okay. They may have some other objective, but we don't know for certain. Got it. I'm on the case. Manjiro, what's this? Oh yeah, this is something Master wanted you to have. She said it's a weapon for self-defense. Okay, and I knew it was going to be like a talisman on there, but I see a damn triangle with an eye. Okay, see that on it. What is it? Only for the private. No fair. History, Culture, Research Department. Okudon, it's because you need a power now, right? As we've been saying pretty much. But what the hell is it? Well, a rusty stick. My boy, I mean, he do kind of look like Harry Potter, you know what I'm saying? He got a wand right now. Hey. The boy who lived, Okudon, all he needs is a little scar. No, but yeah, it's just a piece of charcoal. Hang on, Manjiro. This isn't another Miss Seiko practical jokes, is it? No, that is a proper weapon. It's an ogre club. An ogre club. That is a crazy name because for one, both of those things, an ogre and a club is usually bigger than this. Pause. So that's pretty interesting. I wonder, does it like grow or does it, I don't know, probably, I don't know. I guess we'll see. We'll see a little example here in this chapter. An ogre club, huh? So then is it really powerful? Don't know. Well, how do I use it? Couldn't say. So it really is a prank. Damn it. My master told me to train you, Okudon. Okay. Huh? She did like this. You peel off the plastic. Oh, wow. Damn, she was really a shut-in. She didn't even know how to just simply open the packaging off of snacks and stuff. Damn. or she's never ate that food in general. That's why. Please hold on to that as a talisman. Python, may I ask a question? You did it. Whoa, that's cool. Yes, what is it? What's Queen Sensei's type? I am. What the hell? Liar. I mean, she's super nice. She's nice to all of us. That's hilarious. All right, so Shimane, here we are. Momo looking through the window. That is funny. A little Momo looking through a window. Imagine showing someone that out of context that like is anime only. They're like, what the hell is going on here? Oh, are they thinking about each other? Or she thinking about him? Hey, look, they probably thinking about each other. When I'm back to normal, he'll say it, won't he? I'm feeling kind of nervous. Hey, Momo, let me have some more of these Doju Suki Manju. I mean, there aren't any more. You ate them all. You're a cheapskate. stingy cheapskate. Shut it. Hurry up and change back to Gigi. Hey, he like, man, I be at odds with Gigi. I be fighting with him, but I'd rather have him right now. This kid back here, this little evil boy, sinister boy back here tripping. Hey, why is he like that? Stingy. Before we got on the plane, he wasn't like this at all, was he? It's because there's an evil eye inside of Gigi. Evil eye. So it's like a split personality thing? Yep, pretty much. We're here. I get to turn back to normal. Looks like we somehow made it in time. Miss Ayase, is it? I am Ayase. It's an honor to meet you. Thank you for accommodating our urgent appeal at this time. Well, I'm very sorry about this, but we're currently in a state of emergency. Ah, fuck. I like the Vamola backpack, the kaiju. Our precious magic hammer, the Uchide no Kozuchi, has been stolen. So a magic hammer, huh? Uchide no Kozuchi. Okay. Fly, you bastard. She said, I'm on it. Let's get this shit back and come back, I guess. And your foot better not be anywhere near that brake pedal. Was it a good idea to leave Zuma and the others behind? We'll be back soon. Besides, there was only one taxi. There's a phantom ninja thief who's been popping up around here, stealing national treasures from temples and shrines. Man, it's gonna be attacks on all fronts, man. You're gonna see the attacks here at Shimane with them when they're going to this whoever stole the damn magic hammer, and then Okaru's group. Yeah, it's gonna get nasty out here. People who steal are as rotten as they come. So you're stealing national treasures from temples and shrines. Granny, will we make it in time? It's the hour of the ox, so there's still time. Hang on a sec. Do you know where this phantom ninja thief is? Because of the rise in thefts, we put a tracker in the hammer. Seriously? Nice one. Well, where is it at? Okay, in this temple here. Interesting. Am I forgetting something? Have we been here? Or have we seen this temple before? Just the way that they show it. I might be forgetting. Let me know.
It's the Infinity Castle, duh. I don't think we've been to this castle, but this is where the thief is hanging
Just
out.
the way they showed it is like, oh, okay.
I know. I think it's supposed to have like aura. Or
Yeah,
a House
I
of
do
Horrors type of thing.
Yeah. In a really old looking house. Or temple, obviously. Fucking Manjiro. What the hell?
He's like me. He's 35, 36. He's in his 30s. There were a few things I want to talk about in this chapter, but anything that you wanted to start off with for this discussion?
I feel like there was something I kind of forgot that was a little earlier. Oh, well, one thing I'll just say, what do you think that wand or that ogre club can do?
I have no idea. Zero, nada, nothing. No clue.
I almost want to search it up just to see if, like, what is, I don't know.
Sherm said it's something to do with like Witch Watch, maybe. He's familiar with that being, I don't know,
Harry Potter, man.
To that series. But like Witch Watch, I never thought about the boy who lived. Which,
he do be looking like Harry.
He might be an orphan. He might be an orphan. I'm just saying.
Okuron, he might, like, his room might be under the staircase. I don't know. A little small room. The boy who lived.
All right, so the first thing I wanted to talk about, and the thing that I mentioned during my reaction, what do you make of the fact that Evil Eye is just like forcing himself out, or he's refusing to give the body back to Gigi?
There's certainly a reason for that. I don't really know, like, if it's just like if something's kind of like drawing him out, like there's some kind of aura or energy out here that's like keeping him out with other, I don't know, with other yokai or something like that. But there is certainly a reason for that, because we would have been switched back, at least back and forth, at least with Gigi and him, and then they noted it in this chapter, literally like, yeah, this kid.
What
So
I
something's
was
about to
kinda
happen
thinking is
here.
like maybe there is some energy about Shimane. Maybe the gods of the land are trying to have a conversation with Evil Eye. So remember how Evil Eye, as a child, before that spirit, got all entangled with it, he was sacrificed to placate the Mongolian deathworm. Do you not at least give the possibility that there could be a god of the volcano that was like, I need my sacrifice?
I mean, just simply off of the fact, the merit that we're in the Curse House arc in the anime, this could circle right back to this. And I think that's probably what's happening right now with Tatsu. He probably purposely did this, lined it up this way.
So another thought that I had, go to the bottom of page 13.
The split personality thing that Unji talked about.
No, actually, the Vamola statement.
It's because there's an evil eye and evil eye. I see what you're saying. Yeah. There's an evil eye inside of Gigi. Because Tatsu is so clever, because that could just easily be just Vamola, like the way
That's
she's
what
talking. She's not
as, resonance.
But it for her to say it like that still, even though it is Vamola,
I mean, look, Evil Eye has been a good boy. I don't say that patronizingly. He has been very patient. It's starting to get to the point to where you've cooped up this kid for too long. You gotta let him loose. What better way than to fight another Evil Eye?
I mean, yeah, honestly, it's gonna be like Shin versus Fang, cut from the same cloth, same kind of thing going on. Techniques, aesthetic.
So, do you remember those kids that were playing outside of Evil Eye's dungeon? Like the kids he wanted to join and was like jealous of?
Yeah.
I don't think the Kito family stopped doing the sacrifices up until they got stopped by Momo, Gigi, Evil Eye, Okaru recently. Who's to say they didn't kept doing it? Who's to say they didn't sacrifice one of those kids?
Right. I also find it interesting too with the moon in that last panel being in the shot with the temple. The fact that they're on the moon, and then what you just said, if there is a link to that, this whole thing back to like the Iwai, Kito family, the volcano, and all that, Manjiro, because obviously he was, when we first met him.
Which one of our two yin and yang twins, which one is the curse collector? Is that Paise or the other guy?
I think the other guy. I gotta remember their names. I think his name was like
something Moto.
Search it up. Yeah, it had an M. Yep.
Roku Moto.
Something like that.
Could he potentially be the thief? I mean, he loves cursed objects. That'd be a pretty unique twist in terms of reintroducing him to the story. Kashimoto. Thank you, Zachary.
I mean, maybe. Especially since Seiko is on her way there. Like, imagine she sees him like, what the hell are you doing?
But man, I also don't think he would steal the hammer right before Seiko asked to use it. That to me doesn't track. I don't think he would tell her that and then steal it before she could use it.
I mean, he could just be so like, he just loves curse. It might just be that he's not thinking with that head. He's thinking with the other hand.
Hey, yo!
Hey, you said it first, huh?
I did. I know. I apologize.
Yeah, shit's about to look ugly. Everybody in different places are going to get confronted by these men or women and people just coming into, because now we split up again. Which, ooh, man.
Go back to that page with Manjiro explaining about the Kozuka knives.
Okay. Someone out there is forcing a sword competition to happen that involves using Kozuka knives to collect yokai abilities.
Does that really look like Sanjome? I know it's a silhouette, so I can't really place him.
The funny thing is, I stopped when I was reading. I was looking at it. I was like, in my head, I was like, it's probably not even him.
I feel like maybe it's an underling of Sanjome, maybe like a right-hand man or woman.
And I don't think Sanjome would do that stance. I know we don't really know about him for real.
He
but
seems
that
a bit
stance
more
is arrogant.
reserved. Yes. I
That's
said
literally
that,
Frieza's stance.
That had aura.
Frieza's
That had
stance
aura. That's an
in
aura
Dragon
stance.
Ball. That's literally how he's. That's
Kakak
arrogance. Just pure arrogance.
And then, do you make anything of like the shape surrounding them or behind them? Because you pointed out the moon earlier, so I was thinking maybe something like circular, like the moon,
I see what
a star, a sun. Like, I'm looking at you, Undead Unluck.
Also, I guess Tatsu just didn't draw Raya, page 16, in that middle panel.
Page 16.
Because Romola, Zuma, wait.
No, that is Raya.
Oh, where's Romola? Oh no, she's in the car. Never mind.
Yes.
Okay.
Whoever this, I don't want to call them blind, but they haven't opened their eyes. Whoever this shaman person is, they went with them.
Yeah. Huh. Momo. Yeah, we gotta be careful over here. That's a handicap. Like that. Like
we don't have the home field advantage. We're on their turf. Like, yes, we know they're there, or at least the hammer's there, but we don't know what's in that place.
Oh no, I'm not even talking about them. I'm talking about Zuma and those boys.
Well, them
like,
too.
That is a handicap, like a crazy. He's handicapped his damn self.
That is a top-heavy group.
Like, if somebody pull up on them, it's GG's. But they might be safe since they're in Shimane. I'm just going to assume that they're safe. But you know how groups split up in different places. Yeah, things might. Oh man, I hope nothing bad happens. Oh, I really hope nothing bad happens.
Okay,
damn.
Let me ask you a question. If only one of those three survive, who are you picking?
It's obviously gonna be Zuma.
Yeah, I feel like that too. Which breaks my heart.
So, oh no, never mind.
There's an interesting question in the chat. If you want to look at that.
You know what's funny? Now that in this chapter, literally Zuma said, "Oh, it's basically like a split personality." I think that can also be said about Sanjome, aka Count Saint Germain. Now that it might just be a split personality, they could be different people. Honestly, like it's not. You can't rule out either way. I feel like us, the audience, the readers, we can't rule out either. But like, I don't know, man. That's a good question.
I thought it was a little on the nose when they introduced Sanjome as like this, teacher at this school, or a vice principal, whatever he concealed himself as. Could you see it being triplets? So a Sanjome, a Count Saint Germain,
triangle,
and then a shadowy type of evil figure.
It could be something like that. Yeah, because like when you really think about it, on the surface level, like Sanjome, he seems the most.
Oh,
I'm just gonna say good, like good. Count Saint Germain neutral, and then shadow figure bad. I'm just gonna keep it very simple like that. Because Count Saint Germain doesn't really come off as like he merely called him. He said, "I'm just a collector. It's not like I'm doing bad or good. That's just what I do." Even though it looks bad to us, but he also is our ally too at the same time. So like at one point, I know it was for him to get the fairy tale card, but I don't know.
I had a really crazy thought. What if let's just call them the Sanjome trio. What if they are represented by the 3 curses afflicted on our characters? One of them wears glasses. Another one is shadowy, side of like out of sight, out of mind.
Body
And then
related.
The third one would be getting older. So maybe that's why Turbo Granny called him Hyper Geezer.
Yep.
Tatsu cook if that were like an analogous to like R3.
I mean, it could be a stretch, but it don't really sound like it. Like it's not that much of a stretch, to be honest. Like literally,
like it is.
Like it's one was stated, like you said with Turbo Granny, a statement was made. Old.
Mm-hmm.
One has glasses. Somebody's also blind right now on our side, and then the whole body thing. Don't have a body. I need a body. I need a vessel.
All we saw is the silhouette each time.
So do you think that? Let's see. I'm trying to. So, how did Seiko, when she introduced the whole thing of Shimane, do you remember how I don't really remember how she introduced that idea. Like we need to get Momo back in her body, or in her size, her regular size, and then everybody else, with Daiki and Zuma. Did she just say, "Oh, I guess we can just fix you up in Shimane"? I don't remember how she introduced the idea.
I think this hammer might have regenerative properties. I don't remember the exact verbatim of what she said either, but I'm pretty sure that the hammer was explicitly stated when she said that.
Okay. Because I wonder if this could be like a setup. I mean, because to be quite honest, this guy said, "Oh, somebody stole the hammer," and Seiko's, "All right, we're out immediately. No questions asked. We're out. We're going there right now."
Who told her about the hammer in the first place? Paisei Kashimoto.
Also, look at the people that are here once again. Zuma, Araya, and Daiki, like they're done for. Like if they have to go into this little ritual, it's over. Momo's the only one that's not there. So the silhouette person, the one who doesn't have the body or whatever is going on with him.
Don't you think it's kind of strange they didn't go with Momo? If it's like that urgent, like she said, the moon's in the house of the ox, so we still have a little bit of time. Are they assuming that they can fix Momo and then bring the hammer back? Isn't that kind of odd they left them two behind? I realize they're not good in combat, but wouldn't you want them closer to the medicine, if nothing else?
I see what you mean, yeah. I ain't gonna lie. He literally...
There's a lot of sus things in this.
Like, they introduced... Like, he said, Miss Ayase, okay, hey, welcome. And he said, "I'm sorry, but we got it." Like, I mean, sure, he was waiting on her. like sure he was waiting on her, and maybe he was just that's why he was sweating, and he was just kind of worried because okay, can they hurry up because the shit is going? But that could also be Tatsu masking it like that, and it's actually. I mean, this guy don't even have his eyes open. Can we trust him for real? Like, is this like a Genichi Maru situation? I'm not saying that he's sus in particular, but I just find the whole situation, like literally the moment that she told him that he told her, she was gone.
Page 14. Tell me that top panel doesn't freak you out. He's just chilling in the dark, standing there. You're a zombie. Are you alive? And then in the next panel, we see him like glowing. I don't know if that's
his head is down too, like
like he was asleep or he's under possession or something. Hey, here,
the hammer is still
it's over there.
It's the priest was a fake. I mean,
that would save Daiki and that would save Zuma, but it wouldn't save Momo. Momo would end up disappearing. I love that. Thank you. I'm gonna pin that.
Good shit, Zachary.
I think that's genius. Now, when you said the priest was a fake, the fake idol from season 1.
And he didn't even introduce himself. She did, but he didn't.
Huh.
Who the hell are you? Like, we don't even know his name. Come on, like.
Nah, you're on the top of the sus meter.
We're currently in a state of emergency. Like, here's my thing, right? We are currently in the state of emergency. Why are you the one that's out here saying
where's everyone else?
And why does Seiko have to do this? Like, sure, it makes sense she has to do her and like she has to help and do something for you, but like where's the other
priestess, the head?
Yeah, like where are they?
I mean, you're not guarding the hammer, it already got stolen.
And also if somebody's I don't know, man, like
I think this was big brain by Tatsu for this chapter.
We don't even know this man's name. It's like,
dude, it's like he's like animate. You can even see like some spiritual particles like coming down from the left. Or, I guess the right. Nah.
We put a tracker in the hammer.
How convenient.
And that's another thing.
But yet you guys didn't go get it? You just
And plus, you wouldn't be that concerned if you had the tracker in it. Like, okay, well,
we know where it is at all times.
He just so conveniently started to match Seiko's energy of like trying to be in a rush. Like he wasn't in a rush when we first saw him. His mannerism, like his body language didn't show someone who is in a rush. It'd be different if he was like running out or something and out of breath, or he got injured and then he was holding on to like anything like that. He was just all right. Tatsu was really good though, because there's a lot of things that he's using to mask it to make it seem like it probably isn't even like this at all, like something completely different. Because even like the name, they called it like a phantom theft, right? So even with that, you would think phantom. Okay, he was in and out of sight, out of mind.
How did this
probably
happen?
Didn't confront him.
We had top-notch security.
And the part of it too that gets me is that
treasure.
Tatsu was using that to mask it too, because you would think if somebody were to do something like that, this guy probably would have been like injured or something. But since this is a quote unquote phantom thief, it's like, oh well, they probably didn't fight.
Perfect crime.
Stealthily, exactly. So Tatsu is really smart, man. He's really smart.
See, at first I was kind of disappointed that Zuma, Rhea, and Daiki were left behind. Now I think that's actually our perfect scenario. Not that Momo disappearing is good, but honestly, I feel like we can recover from that more than Daiki dying or Zuma going completely blind.
So that's also interesting though. So like, I guess off screen, Seiko contacted them and let them know we're going to be on our way here, so you can fix my granddaughter and her friends. And then they say, okay, absolutely perfect. Then they start grinning on the other end of the phone or whatever, and then Yeah. That's kind of where I was getting at with the Seiko thing. Like, how did she introduce the idea? I kind of like.
I think it's through,
You know?
like what Manjiro said, her network of exorcists or priestess that she knows across the country. So I think Zachary said earlier today, like, what is Seiko hiding? She clearly has more power and clout in the world, and I agree completely. I feel like she's a major player, at least at the very minimum, the political world that we find ourselves in.
Right. I do find it interesting though that Momola, she did leave the backpack there. Do you think the backpack can
is her suit?
Like, yeah, like she put like a ball in there. I don't know.
Well, because remember, when she was wearing her suit in school, it looked like the hoodie. So I don't know if she just changed up the appearance with nanotech, if that suit is now left behind. But, like, why would she go to a place that is potentially dangerous without the suit?
That is interesting, because it'll be different if she felt like, okay, let me leave this here because you guys need it more than us. Like, all you guys are like,
I don't
regular
think anyone
man
knows how to use it.
Old
Unless
man.
Raya puts it on?
Maybe. Unless he could just protect you or something, like kind of on his
Oh,
own.
sentry mode?
Yeah. But that also wasn't verbalized from her. And why would she need to? If she... We would think that they think that this place is safe. So, like, why would she even need to leave this there for them?
Go back to page 13. Top panel.
What, with Evil Eye eating? Or the one below?
Does that not look like the Swordsmith Village mask from Demon Slayer?
Oh, okay, yeah. I was looking at that. I was like,
and remember the room demon, the drums on his chest, and then also potentially there could be a spider web controlling this kid.
And then the damn temple. It's like, yeah,
the temple.
Like the room, man. We know what you are, Tatsu. You just know. Oh man, we are like, you can tell the series is like I said earlier, it's in another gear right now.
I feel like it's gonna ramp up to 11 in like 2 chapters.
And it's interesting too, like this chapter, like even for the first part with Manjiro, with the whole ogre club thing,
which we haven't even talked about.
And then the juxtaposition from that to the damn magic hammer. And well, first we weren't even trusting Manjiro coming into this chapter. We had a little, so I think Tatsu, he just knew what we all were thinking.
I literally type in ogre club, and the first thing that shows up is Dandadan. So let's take a look.
Damn, they already talking about it.
They are talking.
That's actually kind of crazy. Wow. It's a club. I'm saying from Terraria and Warhammer. Okay, so Tatsu, Terraria. We know you're into games too, so we know what you are on that front as well. But for that to be like a wand shape, though, that's kind of interesting. Like, you didn't go with the, like an actual club. Like a club? How the hell is that a club? Okay. The fact that it was wrapped up the way that it was, too, was kind of interesting. That small ass stick was just wrapped up in this.
But that just shows how powerful it actually is because of how much it's sealed. It's got like 7 layers of protection on it.
Absolutely. I kind of like that too, for like a main character to get like another power. You don't see that happen ever in anime. Like,
Not like you
Where have you
lose the
seen
first power and then you get a new one. This could be
Yeah,
completely
I don't think we've ever seen
different.
that. Like we've seen somebody lose a power, maybe completely, or they lost it for a little bit and they came back, but we've never seen an entire different thing that they use to fight with. I don't think so. Just like new techniques, and that's pretty much it.
In some cultures, like Japan with the Oni, the club, Kanabo, is a symbol of invincibility.
I'm gonna ask this again. Do you think that Turbo Granny did leave that good karma on Okurun?
You know, he's
I
been
keep
getting a
thinking that,
lot
like-
of W's, man.
It
Like
like
a
the little
lot of
particle thing, it
Ws.
looked like it was tracing off of her and going to him. I don't know. Like it's
I
It would
don't
make
think you're
sense, too.
reaching with that one either. Just like you didn't think I was reaching about this, priest being controlled or resurrected. Yeah, but shout out to the personal conversations we got in the first half of this chapter.
Yep. Oh,
Excellent.
Koki and Rin.
Yeah.
That was cool.
She's
That's
showing
really
her the
cool.
ropes, and it's so sad. Koki has lived such a sheltered life.
Bruh.
She doesn't even know how to eat cup noodles. What do you
That's
mean
crazy.
you don't know how to eat cup noodles?
Especially in a place where it's like it's different if you're like in a country that's like how our packaging is here compared to like another country. Sometimes things might be
Not even
hard
close.
to
Not even
like
close.
change and open and stuff. But she lives in a country that's like if we didn't know how to do a damn straw in the juice box. Like, really? You don't know how to do that? No, I never had it. They never gave
Well,
it to me. I
technically,
never...
we've been doing it wrong because it's been upside down, but I'm not going to get into that.
Hey, American, so.
No one told me this. No one told me this. Been lied to my whole life.
Okay. Good question, Zachary. Good question. I think down the road we will see Okuno with the power attack because I think Tatsu for one just knows that the viewers would like to see that again because I mean his design is crazy good alone and that sells.
Yeah.
So
That's not a design you throw away without,
right.
Some crazy things happening.
I just wonder how, like, does Turbo Granny, does she
would
die
have to
and that had to
die.
happen?
I would think so.
Okay. I just wonder why she would need to, or I guess she's wounded and it's like, oh well, if I die, then like you can't have access to my power. So hey,
I
yeah,
think
here,
maybe
take it.
if she gives the power back to Okurun, that could be a way that she lives on in a way. Because I can't remember where the line was, but there was something that reminded me that she was always watching through Okurun's eyes whenever Okurun used the power. Do you remember?
Oh yeah,
that?
I remember. I remember you brought that up. I just don't remember
something.
Exactly
Something. I'm like,
yeah.
how did she know that? Why? Like what?
Yeah.
So you've been conscious of everything he's been doing?
I can't wait to learn her story, man. Like she, like for a character like that, right? It's like just this. She is an ancient, legendary yokai thing that exists, but like learning about her from when she was like a human going into yokai or whatever, like I feel like she's one of those characters when you explore her, and I know that's like the whole like objective of every character. When you explore a character, you're supposed to know everything about them, but like for her, I think everything that she's done and said, you will understand completely. Where it's like, oh, I see why you're the way that you are. Even just aside from just the whole yokai thing in general, like being a demon or whatever. I think everything that she has done or said is almost, I don't want to say it's justifiable, but like you can see where she comes from, like completely.
Which I like that. A lot of people, myself included, are starting to get sick of the nuanced villains. Like sometimes I just want an evil MFer. Like just kill people because you get enjoyment out of it. But when we have an antagonist, a villain, or even, I would say she's more of an anti-hero than anything else.
Yeah, she's an anti-hero.
She really does embody the nuanced role of her character, she has so much more than just the outer layer that screams at people.
Yeah.
She cares about these kids. Whether or not she'll ever admit it, that's something. Again, go back to page 14 and 15. I'm sorry to harp on this point, guys.
Okay.
Okay, so look at page 14. It's in its entirety.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Seiko's foot at the top of page 15.
What about her stepping up?
She is the first one to cross the threshold, and as soon as she does, that's when the guy glows.
Oh, I see what you mean. It does seem like it is emphasis. Tatsu didn't have to draw that. He could just, like the other leg, something like that. So, yeah,
it's like that's the first
indicator.
person to enter into this domain and activate this kid.
And then the fact that he starts off saying, well, ... I'm very sorry about this, but ... We're currently in a state of emergency. Like
that could just be a text bubble thing.
Nothing.
That could just be a text bubble thing. That almost sounds like NPC dialogue. So shout out to Fire Force. It's just like you are programmed to say that once someone enters into the area. So he asked the question, Miss Ayase? She's like, yes. And then he goes on to his next dialogue. If she had answered no, do you think he'd have been like, you're not the one I'm looking for? Powers back down.
Like, that's just so, like, really, that just so happened to be... After we just learned in this chapter that, oh, these guys are over here stealing stuff, and then they're using the Kazuki knives, and they're doing all this other stuff. And then immediately in the same chapter, oh, it just so happens that another legendary weapon or thing is gone.
Convenient, isn't it?
Fun question. What is the chance Kenta ends up with Queen Sensei? They gotta be like when he's an adult. Not now.
I don't know. Unless he ages up like Daiki, I'm giving that a 0.5% chance. One out
that was
200.
hilarious though. Mondro, what's Queen Sensei's type? I am. Like what? He said me.
Who do you think you are?
Mondro is a really interesting character. Like he's very, for him to be like very traditional, he's also very like
contemporary.
Yeah, like
so
the whole
he was trying to be
thing.
a bootuber. There you go.
And then even his drip, the little tracksuit, and then like just in the know of stuff. Very unique character. I definitely want to just learn more about him.
And I really appreciated the fact that he was the exorcist that had previously talked to Queen Sensei when she brought a student for the exorcism. Like right. He was that shaman. I never picked up on that. Obviously, like the unibrow is there, but I just thought maybe it was a scuff of the pen. But no, Tatsu intentionally drew that.
Bro is 36. like I said, he doesn't necessarily look 36. Like I wonder if Tatsu did that on purpose because he knows like characters usually look older than what, like they're younger but they look older. So in his case, it's like, well, he doesn't look like that much older than them. Like he looks like he could be like
20
something, yeah. But like 36, like what?
See, that makes me believe that now we have this shared someone looks younger than they actually are. What is Seiko up to? Has she cut a deal with someone for like immortality? Ogre Club. What did I just say? It's about immortality. So is Ken gonna stay young forever?
Even on page 4, I could be looking into this too much. On page 4, the middle panel, so incidentally, I'm younger. Like, what do you mean by that? Incidentally, I'm younger. Like, you could have just said I'm younger. He says, incidentally. What is that like?
Wait a second. Oh, I think I know the reason why he said that. Because he says, Queen Sensei brought me a student. Just like the way he talks is awkward. I don't read too much into that. Okay. I think it's just like he's a strange fella.
He really is. Like And what makes him more strange is that usually characters like him are more like overly energetic while doing it, but he's like very.
He's got this cool, calm, collected vibe to him.
But he's also weird. And that's a weird combo. What's another character you've seen that's like cool, calm, collected, but they're like, I mean, I know like there's certain characters like maybe like in One Piece or something like that that are kind of like that, but
I don't know if I'd say
that's
awkward, but just like socially inept, like Todoroki. Like he's objectively cool, but he's also a dork. Kageyama. Yeah. Kageyama. That's my answer.
That's a good one. Yeah. That silhouette, man. I'm looking at page 5. No,
that's not Sanjome.
It's not Sanjome or Count Saint Germain.
It's not.
Like it could either be them but not them, or someone completely different. That makes sense. Kind of like
I just don't see it
earlier. It's not like it's either not the split personality of those two, or it's just completely somebody else. But it's like not them. But it's them, but it's not them. Blackbeard. It's Blackbeard, but it's not Blackbeard. If you know, you know.
I had a theory on that. No, I'm just kidding.
I ain't gonna lie, when Mondro on page 7, when he brought out the thing, I thought it was like looked like a big ass Wii remote or something. I was like, wait, would you give him a Wii remote? What is going on?
Would you like to play a game?
Oh wait, it has a talisman and it has a triangle with the eye in the center.
Dude, imagine that was the weapon given Okarun to the Wii remote. It's a single nunchuck.
This whole triangle with the eye thing is so unique. It's like it's everywhere. It's like what?
And again, guys, if you're joining us for the first time, either live or in the VOD, Vontae and I have said this until we're blue in the face. Tatsu is a One Piece stan. As soon as you accept that, you will start to see things that on a first read, you'd be like, you would have missed it every day. But no, this is like the D clan. I don't feel like Tatsu's gonna reveal like what the eye symbol means until nearly the end of the series.
Get ready for Tatsu's illustration for Oda. Like when Oda is hanging it up or whatever, he's gonna have to make some crazy shit, or it's gonna be ridiculous.
So I don't know. Like in my mind, I have this preconception. Art minus, yes, that is a reason why we keep saying it each and every stream. But honestly, I feel like the One Piece in my mind, at least what I've built it up to be, is something that looks majestic. I think Tatsu might take that in the biblically accurate angel route to where it will be absolutely horrifying. It'll be a literal triangle eyeball that's like, I don't know, shooting out death beams or something.
Why do I see like a chapter where the final page is going to be somebody asking Ludris, what is the Dandadan? And then cliffhanger, and then we're gone for a month in real time. I can see something like that happening. I swear.
Are you talking about in One Piece? Are you talking about in One Piece? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. What is the Dandadan?
Ludris.
And then he'll answer that back with a question like, what do you mean, what is the Dandadan? Why is the Dandadan?
Why is the Dandadan? How is the Dandadan?
The Dandadan is humans are ... The Dandadan is
boom, cross promoted.
Hey man, whatever. It just like in a good way. I get so frustrated in a good way with this series. Just the way that Tatsu writes it, it's like and this is something that you need to do as an author. Like you need to have your audience really be at the edge of their seat, just like thirsting for information. Like this kind of feeling for this series, if I could think about all time for all the manga and anime that I always wanted the answers to while I was watching or reading it, like which ones obviously were like at the top. Obviously AOT was like, that's basement. That was easily right there. The One Piece, that's always going to be up there. Dandadan is like, it's very high up there because we know nothing. There's so many things that we don't know there's things that we haven't even talked about, obviously, that Tatsu is going to introduce that's like
What I think I appreciate the most about this series, and I said this a couple times about My Hero back when I was reading the manga, it's really a series that if you want to, as a reader, you can get more out of it than a surface level reader can. And not to say you can't still enjoy it as a surface level reader, but there's just so many small details in there. So say, for example, the one that I'm thinking of off the top of my head is the fact that Dabi's first ever appearance in the manga is in front of a sign of a business that says hair salon, implying he dyed his hair, which, you know, all those 200, 300 chapters later, yes, he did. So this is the type of series to where you go back and you look at all these triangle symbols,
Yes.
and then once it gets revealed what that is or what it could be, then you're connecting all these pieces on the board like Charlie Day in It's Never Sunny in Philadelphia. I just love how you can get more out of this series than just an initial read-through. Like, I didn't even pick up on the fact that there was a triangle. I think I've just conditioned myself to be like, we're not getting that for another 300 chapters, so I'm just going to ignore everyone I see.
Right. Dandadan would be like, yeah, the Dandadan has to be something like, it's going to be something unworldly, like just something, just...
I think it could literally be the fabric of time and space. So a lot of the time we talk about time, we talk about space, we talk about the manipulation of the two. What if it's the fabric of reality? Because back to the Dandadan panel, what Sanjome was like, I'm interested in the Dandadan. It seemed holier than thou, it seemed otherworldly, and I get the impression that it is so much bigger than humanity can even dream of.
Right. I'm gonna look at the first opening real quick, because after you said look back at different, I'm just gonna start doing that, kind of like with One Piece. I'm just start looking back at stuff, man, because
the planet coming down, is that what's behind
like
the
that?
silhouette
That's
on
one
page
thing.
5?
Yeah, there's something else too that it easily could be something else. I think it is something else, but let me see. Okay. So, in the opening, guys, everybody is watching this right now on the VOD. If you want to go to like around the 33-second mark in the opening, I'm on the Crunchyroll version.
Hold on.
Huh?
Hold on.
All right.
I'm going. Guys,
It's basically
do
the
this
stuff
too.
that we talked about, the planet, like around that, all the stuff that we've seen, the
All
scenery.
right, 33 seconds.
Yeah. After the Ogredon balls to the transformation, the staircase,
Walking up a staircase. Okay.
and then the fields right there. We just seen fields right now to Shimane, and then obviously the planet, and then the damn
does that
this
look
shrine
like
area.
the planet is? No, am I tripping, Vante? Does that look like it's another dimension planet?
I mean,
The way it appears.
it just phased through. Like,
So
it's not even like
normally
that
when a
clouds one
planet
has.
is like incoming, you would see like the clouds part, you would see, maybe like our atmosphere affecting it. No, it kind of appears out of nowhere.
And then have we never seen that at the 41 second mark, we never seen that what do you call it, that little shrine statue thing, all those statues.
The ball.
Have we seen that in the manga yet? Like at all?
Oh, hold on. Go. This is crazy, guys. I feel like I'm seeing more than I should. I feel like I'm peeking behind the curtain. Okay, so right after the planet, Momo's doing like this twisting hand motion. Play that in slow motion. There's something flashing.
Okay. It's funny because I literally was thinking about putting it in slow mo on this
It
part.
almost looks like there's a symbol on the left-hand side. Let me see if I can try to...
Let me see.
Here, let me send you this screenshot. Guys, I will also share this in our Discord. So give me 1 second to grab the link
I
for
see.
that.
I think I kind of seen what you were talking about.
Hold on. I'm going to post it in the Discord, and then I'll post a link to our Discord.
It like flash, right? Kind of like flash on the screen.
Hold on.
I think
I didn't even see what Thick shared in the Discord. What is that?
Is
it related?
This feels like AOT endings and openings. I remember doing this with AOT all the time. Especially
look on the left-hand side of what I just shared.
Yeah, I think. Okay, let me see. I think I know what you're talking about. We think most parents will come into the store. Yeah. Or if they're working for Count Saint Germain. So we've talked about things like that with Momo's parents and even with Okudon's parents. Like if any of them have worked with Count Saint Germain or like this quote unquote Illuminati group. Let me check.
It's on the left-hand side, almost by the edge.
But like that backwards looking E. Is that what you're talking about?
Yep.
I don't know. I thought that was. So let me go back to see.
What do you think it could be? All right, guys.
I just
share
think
that
that's
link
like
in the chat.
The stuff on the. I don't know. I feel like it's just the stuff, the little white dots and lines that appears on the screen.
Okay.
I mean, it could be. Let's see if we see any more anywhere else.
You know, I'm just gonna watch the full thing. I'm watching the full thing. Continuously pause.
But yeah, Zachary, I think, something with Momo's parents, I think.
Did you have a thought of what you wanted it to be, Zachary, or just you were curious on our thoughts? Yeah, like, why do the planets show up in the first 10 seconds?
Like I said, my trip, we have not seen that one place in the 42nd.
No, not
I don't
with the circular ball. Bro, it's like the planets get sucked into a black hole at the 11, 12 second mark. That's a black hole.
11, 12. Okay. Yeah. Even like how it is. You wanna know why? The Dandadan logo starts to swirl.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
this might be insane. Like, I'm what's the phrase? Drunk on the Kool-Aid. When you start seeing these antagonists from season 1, there's a brief little flash of like their true self or their inner self. Look at the sumo alien.
I see that with the red.
It's
I see what you're talking about.
Skeletal.
Yeah.
Do you think aliens would have skeletal structures?
Yeah, maybe not as well. I can't even say it like this, but like maybe not as structured and prominent as ours would be, but probably like a little simple skeleton. I'm just thinking about like the Greys. Like obviously they weigh less than us, so they probably have like a little.
Wait a second. Is there a temple at the top of that staircase?
Go back.
I think so.
That's kind of what I was getting at when I seen this. The Shimane, I was like, wait,
walking
let me look at
up
this again.
Towards it.
Yep, that's what I was thinking about. That could be like the other side or something. Wait a
Dude,
minute.
what the heck is going around Momo's hands? I have so many questions.
And we've never seen her do that, right? With her hands.
I don't think so.
My brain just checked it out to like, okay, well, we'll see her do it, and I just kind of forgot about it. And then I was like, okay, it's just some aura hand stuff she's doing, but
Well, like
we
later
ain't never
in
seen
the
her do that
opening and around the 45, 46 second mark, those are her spiritual hands, and they're reaching up towards an aura. As if like the aura's going away and she's trying to grab it.
Wait, it kind of looked like. Hold on. It had a certain kind of structure to it, and it just became like a little ball. I'm trying to pause it quick. I feel like. Wait. Yeah, it was something at first. You see that? Like, do it like in 0.25 speed.
Vante.
It was something, then it just turned into like a ball.
Vante, I want you to pause it around. Hold on, I got it on 25 speed, so 0.25% speed. Go to 59 seconds.
Okay.
Pay attention to the pattern behind Momo.
Mm-hmm.
Does that not look like bacteria replicating?
Yes.
That's insane.
Absolutely.
That's insane.
Literally, when you said that, when I went to 59, before you even asked me, I was like, yeah.
That's bacteria. I know what that is.
Yo. And then when you keep seeing it like replicate, it becomes like more structured and
something else, like more complex.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I think we need to do a video on this, and it don't have to be that long. I think we should do like a breakdown video of this, and just break down different stuff in it. I'm so serious right now.
Vante, 128.
128.
128.
What the hell am I about to see?
What? What is that thing?
But not even just that. It's like you see the skeletons. You see like yokai like on the left.
Yeah. It's eating
like,
a human in one of them.
And then
the skull, the symbols.
Yeah. Yeah, Tatsu definitely worked with them on this.
Laz!
I'm really serious. I think we should make a video on this.
I agree.
Some kind of, and it could be one of those too that, you know, when someone uploads one of those videos on YouTube and then it's like people go back to it months, years later in the series.
I'm just
remember that?
spitballing a title here. The first Dandadan ending, or the first Dandadan opening, spoils the ending.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Or like spoils the Dandadan. I don't know. Whatever you want to go with. I feel like.
So I searched up Shimane, and the temple that we saw in the last page of this chapter, that's the temple that you will see when you search up Shimane.
Okay.
I just want to see the inside of it, though. I want to see if we see any of those statues. So what is that? On the from the opening.
Statues. You said that was what, like 20? No.
Which, hopefully, I guess somebody probably put. Yeah, it's definitely on the internet. Statues. Dandadan.
Oh, wait a second. The Torii Gate. Do they have symbols on them? They do. Damn, you know how the Torii Gates normally don't have? It's just like plain red wood. That looks like stone Torii Gates. That might be a transmutation. Not a transmutation. A site for them to travel off world.
Yep.
Like the Kofun burial mound.
Yeah, this is literally like AOT. Like, I remember there's a lot of AOT endings specifically. Openings too, but endings, they always had something that was kind of foreshadowing. Like even the rumbling was like technically quote unquote spoiled in one of those endings.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. The really creepy one that I didn't like listening to.
And then they pulled the bullshit that scared everybody watching at home.
Dude, I have the funniest story about that. So I was obviously a manga reader at that time, and when I'm gonna screenshot this one as well.
37 seconds
with the circle.
I'm not gonna lie.
37.
Wait, I gotta go back to the chapter. I have to. And the last chapter. Wait a minute.
Last chapter what? Please tell me.
No, I'm kind of talking. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
I was talking out loud. Let's see.
I did not expect tonight's stream to become like let's watch the opening in 0.25 speed.
It's just because like after you said like this is one of those series you can just go back and look at stuff in the manga, and I was like, you know what, let me look at the opening. I was thinking about AOT. I'm like, same thing happened in that series, and a lot of series actually do that too. I'm going back to 200 real quick.
Is there any symbolism in terms of like the, let's just call it like a helical structure that Momo's using at 40 seconds with her arms? I feel like that might be symbolic towards something. Have you ever seen that in like classical art or like a painting or anything like that? It's like a butterfly, I guess.
Oh no, that's okay. Never mind. Now that I think about it, when I was talking about like those fields and stuff, like where that planet comes in, I think that's around Seiko's house. Because now that I remember, that's where they go by. That's where they go through when they're going to her house. Like when Vamola first got introduced, I remember when what was it? I think it was like Momo and Vamola.
Yeah,
we've seen it a few times, so never mind. I was thinking that it was where they just landed in Shimane. It looked kind of similar. But that planet thing is still kind of like, what?
No, that's the most obvious hint that there's more to this opening than you think.
Especially
but I never
the last
really
thing
like looked at it
with the damn skeletons and stuff.
Oh
like,
yeah.
What does that even mean? Like, what am I even really looking at?
What am I looking at? I mean, I could be looking too much into this. Look at the different I guess you can kind of call them viewpoints. So Okarun is looking up. Momo is looking sort of down, or at least, like, is he looking towards aliens and she's looking maybe behind someone? What the heck is this?
And it could just be the whole yokai alien, but I don't know. Just the way that it's even done, it seems like it's much more than just that.
Wait.
I'm gonna look at these comments. Did anybody else pick up anything?
Can you increase your brightness, Vontae, like all the way? Yeah. Go to 127/128.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed something pretty creepy. That is Turbo Granny on the right. That also looks like either an ombudsman.
Ombudsman, that's what I was looking at. Yeah, it is. Or it's the turtle back. You see the turtle back?
A hyper geezer.
Yeah.
So what's that? So that's an ombudsman. That's Turbo Granny. What is Turbo Granny like? What's below and to the right? That looks like a demon.
Yeah.
It also looks like the hands are reaching towards it, like she's fighting it. So on the left, we have the skull. I can't make out what that green thing is. All I know is it. Oh, Bonte, that's the umbrella.
Oh, it
on the left.
Literally is.
Whoa.
It literally is. Yeah.
Whoa.
It is.
When did those chapters come out?
Bro,
that had to be like. Oh my! I got goosebumps.
What is this thing in the back though? This sphere.
See, that's the thing. Is that the Dandadan?
That I was thinking that, but I was like, would he be that bold to just put that in our face like that? Or it could be like the outside layer of it or something, and then the inside is what we kind of saw in the panel or something like that. Because it does seem like the exterior part of this doesn't look as detailed, so it could be like inside.
Could that be the protection barrier around the planet?
Oh, I mean, maybe, especially with these yokai here, it could be like it could exemplify that like the Okarun's theory, and then like what it looks like on the outside, like in outer space, maybe.
Okay, so we don't know what 1, 2. We don't know three objects, yokai. We don't know 3 entities from this. We don't know the lower right-hand corner that looks like a devil. We don't know the green thing
with the horns and the hair. It has hair and horns.
Yeah, we don't know the green thing. We don't know the thing with horns that's eating something.
Damn.
Have you ever played Spore before? No. It kind of reminds me of like, it's this like alien creation sandbox where you can create an alien species. It kind of reminds me of some of the aliens I used to make too, where you can make them with no arms. You can make them like a lemon with legs. So this thing on the left, that is oddly shaped. I don't know what to make of that.
Yeah, I haven't. It's like a face. I don't.
But that 100% is an ombudsman, and that 100% is the umbrella yokai. That is spooky.
Yeah, 100%, 1,000% for those two.
So what's getting eaten? It looks like a banana, or is that like a?
Wait,
is that an ogre? Is that an ogre?
I mean, it has horns.
And it has like wood, like a wooden stick. I thought maybe it was like a banana based on the shape, but I think that the umbrella yokai is kind of changing.
It could just be both. Like, you know, since it's like a RP, it could be like it means both. But I would say banana organs would mostly be for like alien if they were to do it like that instead of a yokai eating it.
I know. I think it's just the coloration that's kind of throwing me off.
It has legs though. You see the legs? It's like it kind of looks like a.
Are those legs? I don't know. It looked kind of like a 3-pronged arm.
Kind of look like legs. Like it reminds me of like I don't know, like a crab, scorpion, some arachnid.
Oh, like maybe like
or a shrimp or something.
A seashell, like a hermit crab.
Yeah. So let me ask you this: are these? Do you think that this pretty much confirm or kind of hint that all of these are allies that have a yokai
I think these are major players. I'll answer it that way.
Just that. Okay. Because like
I don't.
Half of them.
The ombudsman isn't really an ally. They are technically on our side because May is working with Rin. Yeah. We had Turbo Granny at a certain point.
What about the skull? Like, is that just to add to like death, or do you think there's more to that too? Because like,
could there be a death yokai?
Shit. I mean,
I would think if there's an umbrella yokai, there should be a death yokai.
what's the most intangible one that we've seen? Like, have we seen one that's like, or that's like an idea or intent? Kind of like in Chainsaw Man when we talked about this before.
Yep.
Speaking of Chainsaw Man, guys, that was on purpose. Literally tomorrow, we will start Chainsaw Man manga where the anime left off. Volume reaction.
About a half
every
a volume.
Stream. Well, half this one, yep. But every stream, volume reaction, and it will eventually catch up. And then we'll be reacting to it every Tuesdays as well, as long as the schedule doesn't change. But Monday, Dandadan Chainsaw Man back to back. So pull up for that. Bars. It could be a death yokai. I mean,
what do you make of the green thing just underneath the skull? Like, what the hell is that?
I don't know, man. Is there I kind of see an arm.
Is that an arm or is that like a leg?
Or a leg. I don't know. Either or.
Let me see if I can find you like a spore alien.
I just thought about something. Do you think there would be like an alien that feeds a yokai, like other aliens or some shit, something dark like that?
Whoa.
We talked about hybrids before. I was trying to think of a different type of way for that to happen. Or blood, like the blood of an alien or something. But that shit really clear as day with that damn ombudsman. Like that shit and the umbrella. Those are clear.
It seals the day.
Like clear. Like that is a turtleback, a bald head with a beard. That is literally what we saw. And then the umbrella, like, come on. Come on now.
So I want to look at when this came out. So this came out 9 months ago. Let me see if
October
I can find
3rd.
Actual October 3rd. I want to go back and look at like what manga chapter was released. Manga,
gotcha. October 3rd. Let's see. What is this? This is
2025.
State.
October. Let's just go to the 14th. That'll give us a good. So I mean that's the Koki stuff. So they already would have had the umbrella and the ombudsman at that time.
Even at that though, we obviously have seen some things here that we have not seen yet. With those two on the left.
There's at least two or three. And the one on the right, the devil thing.
So even with those alone, like we are looking at shit that we don't even know yet. Especially 9 months ago, no.
Let's assume this is our group. So we have Skull. I'll just call it a frog, I guess. So Skull, Frog, Umbrella, Oni, Banana. Okay, so that's 5. We have Turbo Granny, Ombudsman, Devil. That's 8. Plus 2 for Okarun and Momo. 10 crewmates. Too lost in the sauce? Or are you just thinking?
I'm thinking.
I don't know. It's not very good quality. I'm going to show you this picture of Spore on Discord with you. But this thing...
Man, is Haikyuu going to turn into an ombudsman? I mean, I know May is already that, but like...
Well, look at some of these other ones. What do you think he could potentially turn into?
A fucking ombudsman. Like he's already a child, old man. I mean,
because we already got that with a Rin.
Hey, it might not be Daiki. It might just be somebody else, though. Like it might just be characters that we have not met yet.
Like, could he be the Death Yokai?
I don't really see
accelerated. No.
Like what? He represents senescence. just like aging and death and that. I mean, he is literally aging and
guess.
dying. I mean, it could be. Like, seriously, it really, like...
I mean, he had that internal, like, conflict
Ooh.
where he's like, I should have died. This is my punishment.
You know what? You're right. That, and just the fact that, like, we keep talking about, like, if he will be saved or not. And, like, what if he's already dying? Like, he's becoming death, and then they save him right then and there, and he just becomes death forever. Or not forever, but... yeah, forever. For his appearance in the manga. For the rest of the manga, he'll be death itself. Maybe. So what about the other ones then? This amphibious looking, I don't know, frog thing. And then that ogre, lion, whatever it is. I don't know.
See, I don't know. Like, I don't see Kinta becoming any of these, to be honest.
Nah, Kinta's
so
not. I don't think so.
If we consider him part of the crew, like, I don't know. Maybe this crew is going to be a lot bigger than I thought it would be.
Yeah, I think there's definitely room for more. Because I think that, and I said this before, I think that the crew is going to get split up, whether that's like the time skip thing that we talked about. I think we're going to have more characters that are going to interact with different people within these groups. I don't think the cast that we see now, they're not all going to see each other. Like, they might see each other all one more time, and then that's it, if anything.
Could any of these represent Koki? See, one thing, if you increase your brightness to the max, look on the right-hand side. If you look at Turbo Granny's arms, they're both on a walking stick. So, what's extending the hands? You know?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm still having trouble with seeing Turbo Granny a little bit.
I've turned up the brightness. I mean, obviously, I can't really show you.
Okay, I see the arm with the walking stick, kind of that, in a way.
Like, just think about the Turbo Granny figure that we saw in shadows on the wall of episode 1 of season 2. I think that will allow you to see.
Yeah, I see what you
mean. A little bit better.
Right.
That's crazy.
Fireworks!
I
Stop it.
never noticed that.
I mean, honestly, no one would have like that. It's kind of.
Yes, it
because
is well hidden, but honestly,
in the anime, it forces you to just look at Momo and Ogre, like them, just how they're sitting.
Yeah, they're the brightest characters, the forefront of the camera.
What did I even see in my head? I'm trying to think. Like, I'm trying to think of what did I even think was behind them. I mean, I guess I've always seen the skull.
I just didn't pay attention.
But like, I just thought monsters. That's all. I didn't think nothing of it. Bro, Tatsu, man. Science Saru. Yeah. Okay. Right on.
Do you think that's going to be a blood umbrella then?
Hold on. Let's go to opening 2 now.
All right. It's time to go to the next one.
Because opening 2 was really fast. There was a lot of stuff we potentially could have missed. Like, it was really fast. I gotta
mute that. Holy crap. The thing's screaming in my ear. Okay.
Okuden's foot in the beginning. You seen that? No.
I do like how there are blood-soaked footprints when he flashes the flashlight behind him. That's a really cool detail.
Oh, man. He's running. He's still running.
There's the Dandadan logo.
Especially with that very abstract part of it, where it's him and Momo, it might be something that pops up on the screen that we obviously did not pick up on.
I would not be surprised. Because I actually used the end cap of our discussion for that video as the Vomola hint.
Oh, what was that? Wait a minute. What was that? Nah, I don't think is it something that wasn't nothing? I mean, okay, so I was going to go to like 1 minute and to slow it down, obviously. When it transitions from the gold ball, you see
that's
something.
a weird TV fuzz or
it was like
white noise.
How can I explain it? It was like a diamond shaped thing that popped up for like very fast, but we wouldn't know what it is. But it looked like something.
Diamond.
Maybe it's just because of the TV static, but it was like a diamond shaped type of layers.
Oh my god, that is so quick.
It
Maybe like
really
a
quick.
half of a panel. That is ridiculous.
Oh, and then even with hold on, bacteria. You know what I mean? Just keep it playing.
Okay.
Spirals, bacteria, something.
Oh my god. Are they in the Momo and Ira? Are they in the domain of the performers? Remember that circular amphitheater? Take a look at the background.
What the
Right? Am I
Wait, let me go back.
when they're doing the Dandadan?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think it is. We'll get that this season, so probably it is. Especially since how it's shaped, even with the ceiling.
Yeah, this static is something. Oh yeah, and that's bacteria all over again.
Yeah.
It took me a second, but yeah, that's bacteria.
And I kept seeing it and opening like when we watched it. But look at Momo though. Do you find that kind of strange with the UFOs popping up right there on the wall?
Yeah, that's like her background.
Yeah, but like, so going back to like our, old theories about her, like her parents
Being
or a parent was an alien or something. Yeah, like that's at this point. I mean, her abilities has nothing to do with yokai or that's obvious. That's nothing to do with yokai. But like,
I don't think so.
God or alien. I mean, it is like psychic powers, and we've seen all aliens use psychic type. So what are you like? Who, like, do you come from like I don't know, man. Like,
have we ever speculated if not that she has a godly power, even though it is godly, not that she has a power of an alien species out in the universe, but what if she has a power of the gods of the land?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay, so the orange color is the Mongolian deathworm. I can see the teeth in one of these shots. So that's the first hint. It eats them, gets blown away.
Mm-hmm.
Purple, obviously. Evil eye. Oh my god, look at this shot. Guys, again, I'm posting all of this in the Discord, so please join if you are interested. Welcome, Art Scale.
Welcome.
You did take my advice about 20 minutes ago. Sorry about that. Hold on. Let me post this. This shot is crazy.
Momo. And I know we talked about this before, but sometimes I'm really thinking that like Seiko, like, did she like steal some kind of power and then like put it into Momo to hide it or something? Because like, in terms of lineage, we know Seiko does not have none of this kind of psychic power. It could come from like one of her parents, and then the other one obviously is Seiko's child. But I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. We have like all this exorcism shit, ritualistic shit in here. I would not be surprised if she did something to like implant this power into Momo for whatever reason she has.
Yeah, on Kushina trip.
So
Minato and Kushina.
Mm-hmm. So I don't think.
Pun intended. I'm looking at this series in a whole new light.
Pun intended.
Because what we haven't seen from opening 1, the planet coming down, that circular rock formation, the Torii Gate that looks like it's, you know, has inscriptures in it, like what Momo's doing with her hands.
Is this really like kind of Harry Potter related with like Momo and Count Saint Germain? Maybe like when you talked about the silhouette and like if Momo is the what he needs specifically to whatever, you know, for his body or whatever. Like is it like Voldemort and Harry Potter? Like it's just both of them are intertwined but on opposite sides. But there's a like that. There's a link there, and then when she was born, something happened. I don't know.
I mean,
the girl
he was
lived.
going for immortality.
I mean,
Sanjome going for immortality?
Maybe. Because.
Oh, did you ever go back and read that chapter I was telling you about? Like chapter 164? It was when they were talking about the situation that they found Momo in, how she wasn't getting bigger, so Ira was dressing her up in clothing, doll clothing.
Mm-hmm.
Did you remember what I told Laz? I thought that might be suggestive of, like that might be Count Saint Germain's backstory.
Yeah, literally when I pulled up the chapter, on that page.
Yeah, he shows up in that page. But then I'm talking specifically about the conversation Momo and Ira had. So I'll go back
they're like
to
talking
it as well.
the whole.
Oh,
I do
living
declare
without a
that
head.
stuff.
I thought you were a head. Yeah, so I think it's chapter 164. I'll go back to it.
Yeah, it's the whole dollhouse stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at it, page 10 and onwards to 11, 12.
Maybe it wasn't that chapter. Maybe it was the one before? It was the one to where, like, someone was sitting in a bathtub without a head. No, maybe it wasn't that chapter. 163 maybe? No, that was the Dandadan chapter. What the hell?
Oh, you know, sometimes I thought about.
Affect myself?
I didn't even think about this, but like maybe Sanjome manipulated your memories. But I mean, honestly, at this point, that might be true. You know, like I thought about something. What if Turbo Granny is simply like Sanjome's sister or something like that? I don't know. We've said like teacher student. We've said lovers, but okay, what if she's like a sibling or something, or a cousin?
Is there anything that like makes you think that, or like is that just
kind
a
of
thought that you had?
Kind of. I was thinking like if Tatsu goes down this route, I don't think he needs to or he will necessarily. But like the whole thing with Momo, like what if Momo, like the power that she has was like, I don't know, the power that a lover of his had or something, or she's some kind of soul stuff. I don't know, spirit stuff, and she's like the, I guess, reincarnation if he does get into that type of plot line of a quote unquote lover of the past, or I don't know, something. Because like, what is he? Is Sanjome like? Is his goal because he's like essentially beat the game that he just wants anything that's just otherworldly, so Momo and the Dandadan. Okay. So like things are just different, right? And then for Okurun, like what? That's another thing too, right? We talked about this even with the last stream. We talked about this. I think last he said that he felt that Sanjome was kind of like either overlooking it or kind of dumb to think that, like, the fact that he didn't notice that Okurun doesn't have the power. Do you think that that's still the case? Because we both said that, oh, maybe he just assumed that he still had it, and then he was obviously just wrong in the moment. Like, does he have a way to know if or
maybe,
is it something different?
But honestly, it's like what I get the impression of. It's like, how would you know unless you attempt to steal it? You either fail or you don't fail, but at the end of the day, you know if he has the power or not, because you either have it in your hands or you don't.
So it could be something. What if it's something else? What could it be? And I mean, obviously, it had to do with like exploring Okurun's character, but like, what could it possibly? Like, has he ever shown us anything of why? Like, he's shown us that he's physically, he's definitely gotten stronger and more endurance.
Astral projection. He's the only character we've seen do astral projection.
True. And I mean, that's definitely something I can see Sanjome wanting for sure. Like, maybe he wants to cross to the other side or something and like see dead people or go to another dimension with astral projection.
Look, it is
with Momo's power.
Perfect. As long as you can get back to your body, which is a big if, that is the perfect stealth technique. No one knew Okurun was there. Like, Dodori had to do some weird like eye technique to like maybe see him. So that's a perfect stealth, a phantom thief ability.
You know what? That's probably why he would want Momo's power too, because like you just said, like find a way to get back to your body. Use that to make sure you're tethered to your self
too. Like if you get untethered, you can just reach across the dimension, grab it, pull it back.
So it's like, do you think that's his thing though? Like he just beat the game and he's longing for something different at this point because he's a collector. That's what he does. It could be like he's like, yo, I need to see something. Like I need to experience something new.
See, that's what else with immortality. He could be just legitimately bored.
Yep. Ooh, I gotta hear a conversation between him and Ludris. I'm sure Ludris probably dropped some knowledge on him. But he was like, nah. Like,
life how are you only ends when you stop pursuing knowledge.
And then Ludris is just like,
okay, time to kill myself.
just bro, just live. Like you can still enjoy the little things. He's doing the Armin conversation. Like, bro, baseball. Remember we used to play baseball back in 500 BC. We used to play baseball all the time, man. Like, you don't remember? Space baseball, galactic baseball.
Space catch. That would actually be really cool. Playing catch in space.
Nah, we got to get that conversation. Ludris and we have to because that's like realistically from what we know of. Even though Ludris like it's a gag, but we know that he is the real deal based off of what Rokudo said. Like, okay, he's him, and Mr. Shrimp, like he's him. But like, we need that kind of conversation. Like, what is it? It seems like Ludris is comfortable in the world that he's in. Like, he's doing this thing.
He's also kind of a weird
things.
Dude as well. Like,
True.
Apparently he pervs on women, and they're just like, that's just Ludris.
He's bored. That's probably it's probably gonna be a funny little panel dialogue from Sanjome or Saint Germain. He's just like, dude, like you just perving around. Like, have a bigger goal, man. Like what I'm trying to do.
Small
like,
potatoes. try for universal conflict, and then we'll talk.
It'll be hilarious when we see like a panel of them, like of Ludris taking him on a quote unquote mission to do that, to just perv around. He's like, dude, like, no, this is not what I want. I want more, not this.
He like Sanjome's pickup line is, so what do you think about bacteria?
He's like, dude, I don't care. All I care about is
nanotech. It's kind of like
Nanotech.
better bacteria.
that could be something too. Like maybe Ludris. They
Went
They
down
say
to
he created it,
mechanical
right?
as opposed to the biological. At least he's the most adept at it. That's what I remember from that conversation. But oh, what a conversation tonight.
Yeah, honestly, it's probably like one of the best ones in a while. Because like, as we got caught up, there wasn't really too much to talk about because we talk about the same things all the time. We did it here too, but it was some different stuff too because of the opening and this chapter because we're getting into new stuff. All I gotta say is that guy is sus. We don't know his name.
Yes.
We don't know his name. He's nameless right now.
And I apologize, Art Minus. They ask, I wonder if there's an entity similar to Suzumiya Haruhi in the Dandadan universe. I don't know who that is. I want to say it's a like a student council president who does like performances, if I'm remembering that correctly. We just went on a tangent for a while. Yes, I know. Thanks, Sherm. We appreciate it.
We definitely gotta do that breakdown video. Seriously.
Like the OP does spoil so much, and that's with
Seriously.
us not knowing a few things from it to be confirmed.
Is this a character in another series?
I believe so. Suzumiya Haruhi.
See, godlike, though unconscious abilities to alter, destroy, and reshape reality according to her desires. Okay, so
Good
somebody. that's
Lord, I did not think this high school girl had all that.
Anime be funny sometimes. It just be like a random ass high schooler or even an elementary
She's
school
15
kid.
and she's godly.
That just be
Is this
doing
Momo?
shit.
See, that's funny. My interpretation
She's not aware
of
of
that
her
is she's
abilities.
like,
that's the part.
ooh,
She does all this, but she's not aware.
Sanjome?
Exactly. So, Sanjome, he reminds me of somebody. If I don't know, man, like it's more focused. He has a more focused outlook on something. It reminds me of somebody from JJK. Sherm, you know what I'm talking about. I think Tatsu, what he's doing though is just definitely more layered, not as broad.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, I'm
Like, where are you
exhausted,
longing
but I'm
for?
satisfied with where our conversation has gone tonight. I think I'm just about at the end of it because I am tired from trying to cook up these theories.
Like, man, I don't know. It's next chapter we're definitely going to
Start to get into it a little bit. Oh, what
Yeah.
is this? This is the Cursed Mansion arc.
Magic Hammer, Ogre Club. What the fuck else? What else? What the hell else? And then Seiko's still injured too, so that's a handicap in itself. Momola don't got her. Well, she might not have
Maybe
her.
doesn't have her suit.
Yeah. So all you got is Evil
why
Eye.
Why would she go
It's
with them then? If
Momo.
she didn't take the suit, why would she go with them?
I don't know. Do we know that she has multiple cores?
I
Like,
don't think so.
I don't know why I feel like I've seen her with two. Maybe I'm just tripping. I don't know. I might just disregard that. But, like, whatever we're about to see in there is going to be crazy. I feel like Tatsu is going to have a crazy looking design to whatever is going to be confronting us because we're in a handicap. I'm just going to assume that the Phantom Thief is not going to be the only one in there. It's going to be the Phantom Thief, some crazy yokai or monster or whatever, and then this guy, this fucking...
I also have a feeling this is the perfect setup for our first betrayal. So, Paise, Kashimoto, like one of them maybe the actual Manjaro is in there. I don't know. I feel like there's going to be our very first big traitor reveal in this one.
When you say he's 36, that basically gave it away that it's not Manjaro. Like, Manjaro is actually a teenager, but like the real Manjaro is a teenager, but this one is actually. So that was just
35.
throws off again. Like, wait, what? So you just told us? Okay, how earnest? How honest? What Dandadan characters are you picking on a dodgeball team? Momo.
GG.
She could catch. She could throw. Like
GG. But
yeah,
I would
he's
argue
perfect.
her hands count as her body. So if you hit her hands, it counts.
But if you catch it, she can catch
If
it.
You catch it.
She can catch
If she
a
doesn't
few at the
catch
same
it.
time.
If she does.
Kenta.
like
I actually
Turbo
want
Granny.
Kenta on my team.
Turbo Granny would be pretty funny.
Technically, yeah. Seiko, I feel like she's good at everything.
That doesn't count.
Okay, no Seiko then. Or, then no Turbo
Seiko.
Granny.
No. Yeah, I picked Gigi. Ira, if we're talking about her acro silky form, because she has maneuverability.
Didn't that fucking bully play too? Hayase, what's his name?
Hase.
Didn't he play the soccer? Or
that or he was like a runner. He was an athlete.
something? Yeah. You know, actually, I'm not gonna pick him because he's a dickhead. But
He
Zuma.
got folded.
I picked Zuma.
Zuma? All right.
He can play. He can throw a nasty man. Knock somebody's teeth
I'll
out.
pick Koki. Is she gonna have all the? Because
Bruh.
technically, if you pick her, you have all the pygmies as well.
I'm about to say something crazy. That's going to end the stream right here, right now.
Whoa!
It's not a student. It's a teacher.
I was about to hit the end of the stream. Don't
You know
make
what I'm
me
talking
do it. Don't you make me do it. I was about to hit end stream.
he can.
Nah. I don't care if he's a phys ed teacher or not. We're not even saying his
Oh
name.
man.
I was
Queen
about
Sensei.
to hit end stream.
You know what Queen Sensei? She's going to die. You know she's a dieable character, and that actually pains me so much. Like, she cares about these kids. She will
She's
die.
a
She cares
wonderful
about
mentor. She's a wonderful mentor. That does not bode
Oh.
well in shonen.
I'll tell Rokuro how dodgeball works, and he got it.
I'll pick Sanjome then. I think that's 5. Jeezy,
Probably done research.
Ira, Koki, Sanjome, and
Okay. I'm going Momo, Gigi,
Turbo.
Kenta.
Yeah.
Rokuro. and Mirakum. No, I can't even say his name. That's how horrible he is.
Don't make me do it. Don't make me end without an end cap.
Reiko. Yeah, there we go. Easy.
Okay.
Put him in there.
Mirror dimension. Mirror dimension. All right, so I got Turbo Granny, Gigi, Koki. Who else did I say? Ira and Sanjome.
That's
a
great.
pink
I
hair crew.
want to see them. I need to see him play dodgeball. Write a chapter, draw a chapter like that, Tatsu. We need it.
All right, guys, I will leave us off on this point. Recently, there have been on Twitter have been making the rounds. There was the Volume 20 Omake that has been released. It is Turbo Granny focused. Once I find a website that has all the Omakes past what I own in the physical volume, I will share that with Vante. We might make a stream out of it. I think this one in particular might be worth reacting to or reading as like an end of a stream type of thing, because it is pretty poignant. So Turbo Granny, she's just the GOAT. But yeah, that's it for me too.
When you said physical, I think you were about to say the physical world. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man. Tatsu meta. It's meta. But once again, guys, tomorrow, Chainsaw Man. What volume is it?
The back end of Volume 5.
Back into Volume 5. We always start with Volume 4. I guess that's why, because most anime is structured usually around Volume 5 when we jump into manga. A lot of time, on the channel. But we will be here, same start time as today, 8 p.m. Eastern, 15 p.m. Eastern time. We'll get through those, and then every week, every Tuesdays, we'll keep reading until we get all caught up. So Chainsaw Man will be on the channel. And then onwards later this year for the next manga, it is either going to be most likely Haikyuu. If it's not Haikyuu, it'll probably be Berserk. So stay tuned for both of those.
Yeah, I would say most likely Haikyuu, because that we just owe it to the great Haikyuu community that has been very patient with us, and I do appreciate that. I've just had a hell of a couple of months here, just coming back from my medical leave with my shoulder. It has been very difficult at work, so I have not been able to really find the motivation to keep up with Vante's editing. The what do they call it? The stopgap, or the, I think it's stopgap. I think, no,
I think, yeah.
It's like a stopping point. I'm the reason why more videos. It's me. I'm the problem. It's me.
No,
shout out to Taylor Swift.
It's the world.
Yeah. Okay,
it's the world,
man. Okay, Sanjome. All right, but you can end us up here.
All right, guys. So once again, Dandadan on Thursday at anime. That's just so cool, man. Mondays, Thursdays, we're always here, and you'll see the reactions on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, around that time period. So always stay tuned for that. It's pretty much everything every day on this channel, or every other day at this point now, because it's a lot of content and series coming out, debuting, returning, all that. But you guys know the drill, man. Like the stream, subscribe to your boys. We're about to hit 1,000. Potentially even somebody here that's watching this right now or in the future could be the 1,000 subscribers. So that being said, please stay safe, stay healthy, stay clean. See you guys on the next video or stream. And peace.
Thank you, Zachary. Thank you, Art Minus. As always, Sherm, you're the GOAT. Bye-bye.
Bye.